Well, I enjoyed that. Richard at Rock House, thank you very much. So we're finishing off with Dylan White, what we were talking about earlier. Where do you see him going now? 3 drug tests failed in boxing and 1 in combat sports, K1 I'm assuming. So, is he his own worst enemy?
Well, if it's proven to, if it's proven to be correct, they need to throw him out, don't they, forever?
Yeah.
If it's, which I very much doubt, it's all innocent and there's something that's not his fault, well, fair enough. That'll be what it is. But if it's anything else other than a tampered drug test or something that's obviously not right, him and everybody else who fails a drug test should be banned forever. That's it. Done.
Why is it one rule for one with drug tests and different ones for other people?
So you know in life, innit?
Go. It's just that people are failing dope tests, they're getting thrown to wolves, and other people are failing them, and the promoters are saying they're innocent. I don't understand it all.
Well, it seems to be a common theme every time we have a chat, but it's money, isn't it?
Yeah.
If you're going to throw somebody under the bus, it's going to be somebody who's not going to earn you a lot of money.
Yeah.
If you're going to try and protect somebody like Eddie Hearn with Nigel Benn, for example.
Conor Benn.
Conor Benn. They're going to fight for him and they're going to say all sorts of crap, aren't they? Because that is his lad. He has got a contract with Hearn. So that's going to jeopardise Matchroom's revenue. So they're just going to front it out, pretend that he's sticking by him, use all these spin words to say, well, the difference between him and Jarrell Miller is that I believe him. Yeah. I believe him, but I choose not to believe Jarrell Miller. Well, that's up to you, but boxing fans will decide what they want to decide, won't they? So that's why it's one rule for one and one rule for another, because it's what is the risk of us, if this guy doesn't box anymore, what's the risk to us on our numbers? And if it's high, we'll try our best to defend him. And if he's a nobody or somebody who's never going to make big numbers for us, what difference does it make? It'll cost more in PR than we're going to get back from him fighting in the future. That's what we look at it like, mate.
Yeah. Speaking of Conor Benn and Chris Eubank, should it happen?
No, not until he's been cleared. Otherwise I'd be contradicting myself. If he's failed a drugs test, they should get to the bottom of it quickly. How long does it take to analyse anything? When you were, do you know when you had to have a PCR or a test when COVID were around?
Yeah.
How long did it take to test you and tell you results? Days, weren't it?
2 days, wasn't it?
So you know, what is the problem here? And that to be sent off with courier, sent to a lab, processed, sent with a courier back, or email your results. 2 days. This is somebody that's having it done specifically for them. So if Nigel Benn is guilty, they should publish what the findings are, and that's what they should sign up to with these. To have true transparency on drug testing. When they drug tested, they should publish where they were when they were tested, who tested them, what time of day it were, and then when they find results, all clear on this date, sent to British Border Control, or there's adverse findings for this, and it should be published.
Yeah.
That's it. What's the harm in that?
Yeah. I see where you're coming from, mate. It's I think it's in bad taste if they do fight, because we're all losing a shit over them fighting, but what have they really done, these two, in their careers?
Well, I'm not I think that the general public and the casuals are losing the shit over it because of the history and all that. in life, in sport, in business, you all want as much advantage as you can get legally. But you shouldn't be getting an advantage by putting somebody else in danger or acting illegally or whatever. That's different.
Well, not only did they put Chris Eubank in danger, but they were juicing. Well, they've been found to be juicing. He hasn't proved he wasn't juicing yet.
Double bubble, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's absolutely double bubble, and that's one of the first things that occurred to me when I heard it. And we were talking, when we went up to Sheffield that day. That's exactly what I was saying. When he was found to have adverse findings, my first thought were, hold on, you've insisted on this weight drop, and you might potentially be inducing to get another advantage. What's going on?
Yeah.
Stings.
Yeah, it's in bad taste, isn't it, really? Who do you if he don't fight Conor Benn, who do you think he'll fight? Charlo, Billy Joe Saunders, John Ryder's name's been thrown into the mix.
I think the two money fights, because I think that's Eubank wants two things. He wants more money, number one, and if a world title fight is associated with it, all the better. But I think that the money fight for him is a Triple G. Because he probably thinks he's getting Triple G at the right time.
Because he's an old man.
He has called him out previously, but Triple G wasn't at his best when he was calling him out, was it?
No.
And then possibly the Saunders fight. I think that's got a lot of money associated with it. Because can you imagine the beef and all the back and forward about drugs from Eubank to Billy Joe and quitting in the Canelo fight, and all that's going to generate. That's going to be at least an arena fight, if not a stadium fight, isn't it? Unfortunately, yeah. I think they're the two fights he'd be wanting.
How would you see Saunders and Eubank being built up? Because Billy would have to take some weight off, wouldn't he?
He'd have to take a boatload of weight off. I've seen spurs for him training and sparring and moving around ring, stuff like that. That were, I don't know, 8 months ago. I've not heard a peep from him since. Yeah. So whether he's lapsed back into not being bothered about training and enjoying his money, I don't know. He'd have to take a boatload of weight off, and I actually favour Eubank. From Eubank's last performance, I would have to give him favourite status on that fight.
Yeah, but we're talking about him fighting a man that were dead at the weight, Liam Smith. They're building Eubank up here into some kind of like He-Man, aren't they?
You're right, he was dead at the weight, but I also think that Eubank was better this time round. So I think that Saunders got too much to take off, and he's been out at ring too much. So I know he's got a lot of talent, Billy Joe. But if he stepped out at ring after what will be 3 years?
Yeah.
Has he got as much talent as Fury, do you think? Think he'd be able to do a similar sort of performance after Fury came back?
I don't think so, no, because you can't get away with it at middleweight like you can at heavyweight, can you?
No, you can't. So who would you have as favourite in that fight?
I'd say both of them would be shot. It's a pick and fight from two shot fighters milking a pay-per-view.
Pick and fight, yeah, fair enough.
Who's Billy Joe Saunders' best 2 wins? David Lemieux and probably Andy Lee.
Andy Lee, yeah. Andy Lee or Eubank?
Eubank's best 2 wins: a shot to death, weight drained Liam Smith, and you'd say James DeGale in his last fight, he was shot as well.
Yeah, but James DeGale was shot. I would have thought that you credit Eubank. They were leagues apart, but Nick Blackwell and Spike Sullivan were his next 2 best wins after them two, weren't they?
Yeah.
And they're just British level. So.
Yeah. So
did he fight for a European title, Spike Sullivan? I don't know.
Sullivan?
Yeah, did it?
No, I don't think he won a European. I don't think
did he fight for one?
I think he fought Spike O'Sullivan, Eubank, yeah, but I don't think it was for a European title.
No, I meant separately. Did Spike Sullivan previously fight for a European
Yeah, he did.
title?
Yeah, he did fight at one point. Yeah, Eubank beat him, didn't he? But if you look at the CVs, you look at their CVs who they've been in with, then you look at somebody like the wins that they've got. I know people will give me stick for this, but look at the wins Carl Froch's got in his career compared to theirs, and look at them, they're giving them pay-per-views hand over fist, aren't they? You know, if you go back 11 years, right, we had PERCH Booty on non-pay-per-view. Forward it, we've got Eubank Smith pay-per-view twice.
It's a different game, mate. It's a different game to 10 years ago. Not even, you know, I'm not talking 20 years ago. It's a totally boxing is a totally different animal as regards how they generate income, social media that's involved, YouTubers boxing. It's just a totally different ball game, Phil.
Okie dokie then. Well, listen. Thanks for coming on, Rich. Been a real tonic. Nice to have a catch up with you, and you know, new 8 Series BM sounds very meaty.
It's a pleasure, mate. Always good to see you, especially on a sunny day like this.
Yeah, look at some birds here walking about.
Don't get those.
It's an hard life, isn't it?
Don't get those on camera.
Don't flatter yourself, sweetheart, with your fake tan. How dare I point a camera at somebody? Okie dokie, man. Listen, you take care, Rich. Thanks for coming on. Peace out, keep on trucking, keep supporting boxing. Don't have nightmares. Don't forget to like and subscribe and leave a comment. Peace out.